Hello again, everyone. Just going to turn on the light there. So welcome to another flip through. This is Tarot Apokalypsis. I just saw it on the shelf in Dervish while I was picking up my Castelli Tarot. And I don't know, I just been looking at it. Do you know when you keep looking at it and go, and keep looking at it for a reason? Every time I go in the shop, I keep looking at it, picking it up, putting it back. And every time I would do that, I'd be like, this must be a sign. So the person who did this also did the Tarot Illuminati. I picked this one over this one first because I watched a flip through of comparison. So I might do a comparison for you guys and then just see, you can see the difference. So yeah, I'll do that later. But this is just the spotlight for Apokalypsis. So Apokalypsis is, it's more I don't know how to describe the theme. It's very different. I'm gonna say that. It's very out there. And a bit full of itself. So there is the backing. Very, very cluttered. If you're not used to a cluttered deck, this is probably not for you. But if you want to learn how to use a deck that has a lot on the pictures, like they have, this is the only one as well that has a random one-of-a-kind card in it, which I thought was interesting. It's called the All Gifted, which I thought was very pretty. If you're not a fan of this photo collage thing as well, maybe it's not for you, but you know what, I don't care, because I like that kind of thing. Like, it's showing you that you don't have to be an amazing artist. You can just be someone who does Photoshop very well and you know, get the job done. Come here, Pentacles, my good King of Pentacles, please. Is he? Yeah, he's the last one. So this is roughly the same size as Tarot Illuminati. It's very cultural, I'm going to say that. And very diverse. So I remember someone saying that the Tarot Illuminati was racist. And I went, I don't think it's racist if it's diverse. Do you know what I mean? If there's a difference between diverse and being racist. Like, being racist, it's saying, I don't know, all Chinese people, it's like saying all Chinese people eat rice. They don't all eat rice. It's just, do you know what I mean? Like, not racist. I can think of, trying to think of less worse things out there. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's less worse things. Like, this is a dervish dancer. Do you see what I mean? There's a dervish dancer on the Fool. I love this because they spin. I've seen videos of them. They're mad. They spin. So yeah, so that's the Fool. The Magician is very odd. I find it's very Apokalypsis like. He doesn't have any of the suits on this card. Where unlike the Tarot Illuminati, which had the Alchemist, and the Alchemist had all the suits on it. So I will do a comparison after this. This is by far my favourite and most odd High Priestess card. And like, everything's in there. Like, the pillars are in the back here. There's a bit of water down here at her feet. The moon's there. I don't know what it is. And the pomegranate, and she kind of looks like Frankenstein's wife. The Bride of Frankenstein, that's the one. I don't know. It's very interesting. The Empress, very Egyptian. And there's like a line in her cob, and it's very, you know, motherly energy. I like this emperor. He's a Viking, so he's like, I'm ready to go forth and fight for my kingdom. I like it. I like it. The Hierophant. This is actually a really cool Hierophant as well. The Hierophant, like, in this sense, is a Tibetan monk kind of, you know, going through the stages. So he's young and he started off and he's a bit not naive, but he's learning to go past his innocence and childhoodness, and then he becomes a man, and he's very restricted on himself, and he's content, and then he's the head monk. I don't know what they're called, and he becomes like the head. The Lovers. Very interesting. I will say Eric Dunn, or whoever the artist is for this one. Who's the artist? Kim Huggins, I think. The flowing of material in this just flows. The material in this one, like material like this, is just beautiful. The Chariot. You see, that's a very cluttered chariot. angel going through a town. It's all there. Very interesting. This is the most unique and out of context strength card I've seen. It's like Vishnu, or I don't know who the warrior one is, but it's the one with 1, 2, 3, 4. How many hands do you have? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9? Yeah, I don't know. She has 6 arms. I think I'm counting something there that should be an arm, it's not an arm. And she's on a tiger. And she's after a djinn here or something with a snake. It's very cool that it's different and I like it, but it doesn't follow the concept at all. But I love the tiger. And I went, finally, it's not a lion. For once, it's not a lion. One thing about this hermit, it's a female hermit. It's a female hermit, guys. And she's like an Inuit. Inuit? Is it Inuit or... I had it there. Eskimo kind of person. I was going to say Eskimo or a Native American in winter. I don't know what her... Oh my gosh, that's... Correct me if I'm wrong. That word is gone out of my head. The wheel. And she has the 4 seasons there. Looks like she's just chilling going, well, that's that done. I have to wait for it to turn again. Justice. I like this. Justice is an Egyptian goddess of justice. I can't remember her name though. No. I know it. I have it in my head. I just can't. Oh, it's one of those days. This Hanged Man, I didn't get it when I first saw it. And then the more you stare at it, the more disturbed you get. This is actually an old way of punishing someone. And as you can see, it's a Native American. I believe it's a Native American. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he has hooks on his shoulders here. In his skin. And he's being hanged that way. Hence why he's skinny and all that stuff. And he's kind of bearing it. Whatever. So he is a hanged man. He's just not upside down. He's kind of... It's not seeing it from a different perspective. It's more like seeing it in a punishing way. Here's the death card. Very, Day of the Dead. Yeah. Very Day of the Dead. Oh, Temperance. Very, very bizarre. Like, they're so out of there. The Devil. I like this. He's like the, I was going to say the goat man, but he's not the goat man. It's like a shaman in the forest, and he has deer horns, and he's puppeteering these women to dance to his tune. The Tower. And like this, like, Aboriginal, Aboriginal, what was that? Aborigine, shaman here. It's a very bizarre deck. This star card is very bizarre as well. Like, normally she's nude, and she's in the water. But, oh Jesus, in this sense, it's the Virgin Mary. And she's coming down, and she's like touching the ground for the first time. I've been talking to the Most Holy kind of thing, and there is no water. So it's very odd. Here's the moon. Very weird, isn't it? There's one it has the right concept. Like, there's a tame dog, and there's a dog that's gone nuts. There's a moon in the background, but there's no path to choose. She's very... I know this is a goddess of someone. There's a goddess. I know her... Hold on. I'll get the book. I think she's a goddess. And she's a very well-known goddess. And we're like, oh, come on. Like, how can you not remember this goddess? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Let me see. English. I think it's just going to tell me what it means. Can I have the English bit? Nope. Hold on. Here we go. Moon. Moon. The book in this is okay. It's not... Yeah, the Greek... Oh, it's Hecate. That's her name. It's Hecate. Hecate. Yeah, that's her name. That's Hecate. So that's Hecate there, yeah. The Greek goddess of... The Greek cult of Hecate The female mystery that cannot be understood through reason. So she's a female goddess? I don't know. Interesting. Sun, the Roman cult of Mitra. So this is Mitra. Okay, that's Mitra. It's the sun. I'll go through the others in a bit. We're on Judgment. Very. It's like they're all trying to survive the 40 days, 40 nights arc rebirth thing. It's like the arc flood, you know. And here's the world, and we have Sophia, the philosophy, and this is Atlas holding up the world for her, so she can go down and learn how humans are. She wants to go down and be a human. I like that. Sophia, the philosophy. Now we're on to the suits. So in this deck, wands are ancient Egyptians, swords are Scandinavian Vikings, chalices or cups are Greek and Roman civilizations, and pentacles are Khmer Empire of Cambodia. Okay, so now we know the civilizations. I'm going to keep that little page out just in case I lose track. I'm doing a bit in depth more. So here we go, Egyptians. So I have a little bit of an Egyptian deck here. So you have the wand, Ace of Wands, Two of Wands. All the Egyptian goodness in it. In those wands. Three of Wands. It's just, I love how like it's all flowing, and then sometimes there's just a camel stuck in the back. It looks like it's just stuck there. Here is the Four of Wands. Yes, so I don't. Five of Wands. So that looks like it's flowing a bit. Do you know what I mean? Like it looks like it goes together. Six of Wands. Yep. Eight of Wands. I love the face on that line. He's like, what the fuck? He looks like I must chase them. I don't know. He looks like a cat in a Nine of Wands. Shall not pass, and I am the queen. Ten of Wands. I like this. It's like he's pulling all the weight that he's done all on his own, or all the slaves have. Do you know? The Princess of Wands. Look at this Princess of Wands. Who is the Princess of Wands? Let us see now. Swords. No, it doesn't say who. It just goes. One means this, two means that, which like that's fantastic. But yeah, no, she's very pretty. Prince of Wands. It looks like Anubis. Correct me. I don't know. I think it's just the hat that's getting me. Queen of Wands. It looks like Cleopatra, I think. I don't know. It's one of those ones you're like, Oh, I know this one. Oh, it's the one with the falcon head. I think it's Sekhmet. Is it Sekhmet? I think it's Sekhmet. That might be the crocodile one. I'm not sure. Swords. Now we're on to swords, which are Scandinavian Vikings. So we're on to Vikings now. I love how there's just a squirrel going, this is my sword. And the crows are like, oi, get off. Two of Swords. Three of Swords. That's a nice Three of Swords as well. But I like the stained glass window kind of one because there's no blood. It doesn't always have to have bloody blood in it. Four of Swords. Could I just rest and relaxation? Five of Swords. You think they could have got a guy with a beard rather than Photoshop a beard on? I don't know. Six of Swords. Oh! Excuse me. Oh, and she's pregnant as well. That's very interesting. She's letting her man go to war kind of thing. Seven of Swords. Eight of Swords. Apparently this is I think it's like a punishment thing in their time. Very weird and cool. Nine of Swords. The more you stare at that, the more terrifying it gets. You're like, oh, it's just the girl lying in bed. Yeah, but there's blue hands coming up together, and then there's this face here, and then there's screaming woman here, and then a ghost hand reaching out. She's having the nightmares. I think she's like the Viking version of like Baba Yaga or Boogeyman kind of thing. Here is the Ten of Swords. That's actually quite a lot going on for that Ten of Swords. I get it, you've been stabbed, and then this goddess is coming in, taking his soul. I don't know, there's a lot going on. Princess of Swords. Princess of Swords. I don't know what to make about Princess of Swords. It's the hair. It's not the... Oh, Jesus. Do you know the more you go through it... I love this Queen of Swords, though. That blue paint across her eyes. Just, yes. And she's making the gold thread. So I don't know if she's either a Viking goddess or is she Rumpelstiltskin. I don't know what you're doing there. King of Swords. Very beefy and manly there. Now we're on to cups, which are Greek and Roman. It's going to be interesting to see how they do that. So there's Two of Cups. Three of Cups. So much going on. Four of Cups. Five of Cups. I like this because her mascara is actually running. She's like, no, take my money. I want my cups to be full again. Six of Cups. This Seven of Cups, I will say, is very homosexual. Oh, it's a bathhouse, because back then they had bathhouses and no one cared. They're like, oh, you're a man? Off you go. Go and have a bath with other men. They didn't care. Eight of Cups. It's like she's going on this journey. And she has to let go of all the things, all of her possessions, anyway. Nine of Cups. 10 of Cups. A lot going on. This is just, I don't know why, the more I stare at that woman looking at the baby, she looks older. Yeah, she looks really old. That's really odd. Or, I don't know, who's the mom there? I was like, what? Princess of Cups. I like this. I think she is a Roman goddess. I am not sure. She's the one of life and nature. That one. Roman or Greek, but then Roman and Greek were nearly the same. They just one. I think the Romans named them after planets, and the Greeks named them by their names. Prince of Cups. Oh, that's I think that's Narcissus. Because he's like, oh, you're here. I'm gonna just look in the water. I don't know. You can double check. Queen of Cups. King of Cups. And now we're on to Pentacles, which is the Khmer Empire of Cambodia. So we're in Cambodia. So it's like all Indonesian, Asian, Thailand, that kind of region, but in this kingdom kind of thing. Two of Pentacles. See, has the infinity symbol. Three of Pentacles. Carving away, making this mark his, going, this is mine. Four of Pentacles. That elephant. Wow. The more you stare at it, just the more you see, do you know what I mean? Like that you stare, sorry, you get lost in staring at it. Five of Pentacles. Which is very odd, because that's supposed to be the poor one. Or is that six? No, yeah. Five is the poor one, so he's left his coins in the water, and he's leaving this temple. Odd. Six of Pentacles. I'm going on 20 minutes, wow. Seven of Pentacles. I like my pet cow. I'm gonna pet my cow doing all the work. Sorry. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, giving and receiving it. 9 of Pentacles. Again, very cluttered. What is going on with this deck? 10 of Pentacles. All having a bath in a cave with an elephant. I'm very confused. Princess of Pentacles. Very Empress-like. Because she's pregnant. I'm confused. The more you go into the deck, the more... Oh, God, there's a peacock. Prince of Pentacles, there's a peacock. You think he's riding a peacock. He's actually... he's actually riding the peacock. How big is that peacock? The more I say it, the more it's funny. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, she's holding a baby. She's doing everything else in between. Oh, I can't remember who that is, but it's an Indonesian, Thailand god. This thing. King of Pentacles looks like Vishnu, but I don't want to say it's Vishnu or Ganesh. I can't remember. But there you go. And there's the backing again. That is by far the most cluttered deck I've actually seen. I don't know how I feel about this. And then there's the unknown, the all gifted card. I really don't know how I feel about this deck. This is first impressions now. I've been eyeing this. Now that I've had it. Now I have it and done the flip through. I'm like, what is going on? So I will leave that there, and I don't know what to do. We'll see. I'll leave it there and I'll see you all next time. I might put this up for a swap. I don't know. But we'll see. I will see you all next time and have a very Merry Christmas.